Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Joby Lawrence, and I serve as the project director for Project Assets, funded by the United States Department of Education to UCLA Crest. And I'm really excited to be here with you today and to be able to join your conference, albeit virtually. I really appreciate the opportunity to meet with all of you today. So I am really excited to be able to share some information about Project Assets and talk to you about how some of your teams can get involved from your districts if this is something that you are interested in. So I'm going to start by just overviewing Project Assets. Project Assets is the Accelerating Student Success for English Learners Through Scaffolded Support. That's the name of the project. And we have designed Project Assets to result in significant improvement in the academic achievement of English learners. And we've also designed the program to improve outcomes for not just English learner students, but also their families in Nebraska. We have amazing project partners. First and foremost, the Nebraska Department of Education. Our Nebraska Department of Education colleagues are supporting their recruitment. They serve as advisory members and they provide leadership support for our grant. We also partner with the National Association for Bilingual Education. They are working with us to provide the official badges for program completers. And then we also are partnering with the Family Leadership and Literacy Institute, or FLI, and they are providing the community framework to help families through the FLI training. So they are our training partners for the family engagement component of the grant, and we are going to hear more from them in just a bit. So Project Assets has some very important program components, which I'd like to share with you. We do use a cohort structure. Over the next 5 years, which is the grant award period, we have 4 cohorts of 80 participants that will participate in an 18-month micro-credential digital badge program. So over the course of 18 months, those 18 months get broken into 6 topical content blocks. And we spend 3 months on each of those topical areas, with the first month of each quarter where we deliver the 6-hour workshop. The way we're delivering it, even though it can be delivered as a full day or 2 after-school sessions of 3 hours each, for the first cohort, we decided we were going to deliver it as after school and broken into 2 3-hour sessions, consecutive days. So we are looking at doing that for all of our cohorts, but we are definitely open to feedback as we get through our first pilot cohort. We may make some changes, but for now, these sessions are being offered as right after school, those 3-hour sessions on back-to-back days. And then we do have a 1-hour monthly synchronous community practice session that's focused on applying what they've learned in the topical workshop trainings. And these happen again monthly. And so what we have is 3 communities of practice sessions devoted to each topic. So our first cohort started in June of 2022, and we have 3 additional cohorts with start dates to be announced as we move forward. So as you can see here in the graphic, we have 3 months that are devoted to standards assessment and score reporting. We have the workshop, and then you have those 3 communities of practice that meet monthly. After that quarter wraps up, we shift to differentiated instruction level 1, deliver the workshop, and then have 3 consecutive communities of practice to follow up with the workshop. And then we move to our differentiated instruction level 2, and then we move to formative assessment level 1, and then formative assessment level 2, and we wrap up with our EL family literacy engagement with our partnership with the FLI. So this is what the program looks like, sort of as a high level overview. And we always get asked, like, what's the time commitment? So that's really important. We understand educators are really busy. There's a lot on their plate. So we have done the best we can to streamline and make our training efficient, but also making sure that our participants get what they need in order to maximize EL instruction and to be able to improve outcomes for ELs and their families. So we do have the 6 hours that are sort of seed hours for each workshop. And we have one of those workshops every 3 months. So every 3 months, participants will have that 6 hours where they spend 2 days back to back after school with us in 3-hour sessions. And then we do have our 1-hour monthly community of practice. So we also want to make sure that we provide that continuous feedback, which is where our community of practice comes into play. We deliver the content in the workshop, and then we want to have that continuous feedback loop that allows teachers to collaborate and improve their practice over time. Again, this program culminates in a digital EL educator badge in partnership with NABE, and I'll talk a little more about the badge here in just a minute. But we are working with the Nebraska Department of Education to explore the options of supporting licensure renewal credit. So there will be more information on that to come. Again, just really quick, wanted to remind everyone of the workshop topics. So again, standards assessment score reporting, DI level 1, DI level 2, formative assessment level 1, and formative assessment level 2, rounded off with our EL family literacy engagement workshop, which is going to be delivered in partnership with our FLI partner. So digging in just a little more to the community practice, this is a really critical aspect of our project. The workshops are, really amazing and deliver a ton of amazing content. The community practice, however, gives us an opportunity to engage with participants to really study implementation. So looking to see what they've had success implementing from the workshop, where they maybe are experiencing challenges, just giving us a chance to dig in sort of a coaching community practice with our participants. There are, as I mentioned, 3 sessions per topic. These are synchronous. So all of our workshops and COPs are synchronous. You can participate from anywhere, but you do have to be online with us live and interactive. So they aren't self-paced. We do have an option for participants who miss a session to make up the work and be counted for attendance, but the overarching goal is that when participants sign up for participating in Project Assets, that they can commit to all of the sessions. So we realize, emergencies come up, things happen, and life happens. So we do have some opportunities for participants to be able to make up a session so that they can get counted for attendance and be eligible to receive the badge at the end. However, again, we do ask participants to really look at their schedules and think about whether or not they can make a full commitment to the program when they do sign up. We also provide the opportunity for ongoing coaching support through our COPs, and this helps participants apply their learning in their classrooms and really have the thought partnership to do so along the way. In terms of our FLI, our Family Leadership and Literacy Institute, we're working directly with FLI to help improve family literacy and EL families' abilities to advocate for their children. We collaborate with FLI to set up the training dates, and then we publish those dates once we have all of those set up and identified. So you might be hearing more about dates today at the session when I wrap up with my presentation. So I think we're going to be sharing with you an opportunity to get immediately involved with the FLI should you choose to do so. We will train 400 English learner, multilingual learner caregivers over the course of the 60-month award period. So we are really excited to be able to make a really good contribution to family engagement in Nebraska through Project Assets. And then you might be asking, what are the benefits of participating? So what do participants get as part of their engagement with Project Assets? We offer at the end of the training, all of our participants who have successfully completed the training will be able to receive the EL Educator Badge, and this is in partnership with NABE. And this badge demonstrates mastery of EL/ML education. So we are really excited, again, to be able to deliver something that's innovative. Our micro-credential badge is a more innovative approach to demonstrating mastery within professional learning. This may, as I mentioned, fulfill requirements for earning licensure renewal credit, but we are still working through the details to see if this is something we can provide through the grant, which would be not funded by the grant, but it would be something that would be an option for educators who finish the program. It also provides status. This badge provides status within the educational community. It may also help prepare educators for future leadership positions. So once they've gone through the full program and have earned the badge, this badge, may help them feel confident and be able to move into some additional leadership opportunities. So how are our badges different from traditional professional development? NABE has defined competencies that our EL/ML teachers need in order to be successful in meeting the needs of language learners and improving student outcomes. And by receiving this badge and earning this badge, teachers are demonstrating that they've mastered these competencies. NABE is the only recognized association currently that stands behind a micro-credential in the ELML space, which provides it with an unparalleled status. So some other benefits in terms of program participation, it does provide this training at no cost to participants, including the cost of the digital badge. Educators will gain a unique experience on ELML education. It gives them an opportunity to connect and collaborate with other educators across Nebraska that they may not get a chance to collaborate with on a daily basis because this is a statewide program model. And again, the Assets program will provide educators the ability to have a positive impact on 400 EL families and caregivers through our partnership with FLI. So right now, I want to just turn this back over to Anne and Allison and invite you to listen in to hear more about the FLI. And I want to just thank you again for providing me this time and opportunity to be able to share Project Assets with all of you. So enjoy the conference, and thanks again for having me.